Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over all the top free-to-play and pay-to-win teams for Orson. A lot of testing has happened. I've tried to compile everything. There are two teams which are going to be the best for you to clear common difficulty 2 and make it onto hard mode. I'm going to first share those two team formations with you. There is a free-to-play player who did all the testing for these teams, Raguto, and he managed to clear it with one of the first two teams, and I think both of them would be able to clear it. So here are going to be those two teams that you can give a try first. Now this team can work with one copy of the twins. People have cleared it with one copy of the twins. You're going to have Elijah in the front and Lila in the back. Reinier position swap Sonja, OD here, and Coco. With the harmonic spell, this team can clear with one copy of twins or lower level of investment into twins. And now the other team, this is a team which can also clear common difficulty 2 at free-to-play resonating levels. It is also using Reinier at Mythic Plus, but don't worry, I'm going to show you some non-Reinier teams. They might not be able to clear common 2 though at like a free-to-play resonating level, but at like a spender resonating level, it should be able to clear it. Okay, so Reinier position swap OD, Sonja buffing up OD and Elsa, Mikola in the front with the Star Shard spell. Both of these two teams are consistently clearing common 2 difficulty even at free-to-play resonating levels, but you need to have Reinier at Mythic Plus. You need twins can be at one copy if you decide to go for that comp, and you want to have Reinier and OD charms and ideally Sonja charms. Those are really the big ones, and twins charms if you're going for that team. Okay, so these are the two common 2 difficulty clearing teams. Now what I want to show you guys is if you don't have Reinier at all, what are the best team formations that you can try, whether it be for normal common difficulty or hard difficulty. So the best teams I've been able to find so far are going to be these ones, and we're going to lead it off with that. So the overall top performing one was actually this one. It did way better than I expected. Sonja to buff up Elsa and Odie, Mikola in the front, and Coco with the Star Shard spell. It was working really well. Your OD is going to deal a lot of damage. Elsa is going to reduce the combat stacks of the boss to increase your damage output, and then you're going to have Coco off to the side, Mikola in the front. She's just going to like tank the boss a bit and then also provide attack buff for your team. In order of charms, you're going to want to have OD charms number 1, and if you can go for Sonja charms as well, that is going to be good as well. This did really well in hard mode, and I'm sure it would do well in common mode, and if your level is high enough, you should be able to clear with common of this team. As for the Elsa, most people might have Elsa built up because she was important for Orson in the last season, and that's why I consider this a pretty good free-to-play friendly team. Another good free-to-play friendly team is going to be this team right here. Hugin is going to be buffing up Odie with the mechanized bond. Now this is if you have Hugin built. It can work even like maybe if you have a legendary plus Hugin, but then Hugin probably will die towards the end of the fight, and that can be a problem. But basically Hugin can take the place of Reinier in a lot of these comps. And also if you want to try to run one of the comps that we're showing later and you don't have Reinier, you can try Thorin in place of Reinier. Thorin is always a good budget option for Reinier because he provides a soul plunder debuff, but Hugin is also a good budget basically version of Reinier, especially with OD comps, because he's going to power up OD with the mechanized bond. If you have Hugin charms, it can be even better, but even without them he would do fine. Sonja buffing up again OD and Elsa, Mikola in the front with the Star Shard spell. So these are good free to play teams to try. And then finally there is this final team, which honestly I don't even want to really recommend because of the fact I guess I can do it. People have been doing it with one copy of twins and is doing fine. People were using the overcharge spell, but I didn't want to recommend overcharge spell in my formations today other than the full pay to win team. So I tried Snowman and it did pretty well as well. Snowman is not a terrible option. Elijah in the back, Lila in the front, linked to Elsa and Odie. Sonja buffing up Mikola and Odie. So there's a team that you can try even at one copy of twins and see whether it does better. But basically these are the no Reinier team options. Now, coming to the Reinier team, so I want to now show you the overall top team, and we're going to show you the replay of it. So this is the overall top team formation today with the Snowman spell. It's going to have Elijah in the back, Lila in the front, Sinbad and Sonja linked. Again, another boss where the Sonja-Sinbad combo is going crazy. Reinier is going to be position swapping Sonja. Mikola is going to be in the team as well. Charms for all 4 heroes are wanted. Mikola charms don't really matter, and that is going to be that. So we're going to break up all of this talking session by watching the replay. And yeah, this is a really good team. Amazing how the Snowman spell is doing so well. I think it increases the survivability of your team because the boss will have to use it as a punching bag a bit, and that is going to protect your team for longer. Apart from that, it has good tanky stats. Like, it has HP and defense, so 2 defensive stats, which you kind of need for the hard difficulty right now at the levels that we're at, because the Orson boss can actually kill your team towards the end. People have tried Twins comp with different artifacts, even with Overcharge spell. All of them are doing around about the same, but it does appear like the Snowman spell is the best version for this team as of right now. And yeah, there's not really any survival issues so far, but as we continue to go further on, I think he is going to kill some of the members of my team. But let's see, 14 seconds left. Okay, no, the team is going to be able to survive the whole fight. Okay, here's his final attack. And he doesn't even get it off in time. Okay, so great. That is going to be a great team that you can run. Yeah, of course, Sinbad and Sonja doing almost all of the damage. Getting both of their charms is going to be a priority. But it is the overall top performing team as of today. As of right now. Okay, now as for the other teams, now I'm going to show you some different versions. So if you don't want to run that, we're gonna go for the other strong team options. So we have also a 2 million plus score from Harak. So if you guys have Harak, then this is a chance for you to break out the Harak again. This is the overall top performing Harak team with Main Frester in front of Harak, Illusion in front of Mikola. You're gonna have Reinier position swapping the Sonja, and yeah. So this is a good team. I didn't even have the Harak charms, and it managed to get to over 2 billion score. We're gonna take a look at the replay and see it in action. But yeah, this is good. So Harak is getting some kind of relevancy again. If maybe you don't have the twins, but you have Reinier and you have Harak, then this is a team you should try. And this is probably one of the top teams. Like, without the twins, this is one of the top teams out there. So I'm sure it can maybe help out some people out there. Okay. Yeah. And Mikola is going to be buffing up most of your team. Sonja's in the corner, not getting the Mikola buff, but that is fine. Yeah. I'm hoping to see more Harak use as we make it to endless bosses, but honestly, the twins have been so dominant that then there's kind of anti-synergy between Harak and the twins that I'm a little bit worried about Harak's performance in the future. Anyway, this does pretty well. Very good. Yeah, very good score. Almost 42% of the boss's health, which is really competitive. Like, that would probably allow you to get into the top 10, depending on how competitive your server is. Okay, so now we're going to show you some different team options without, for example, many Celestial Hypogeans, but they are going to have Reinier. So the overall, like, I guess the best Reinier team without the twins is probably going to be this one. And people have run it with the Overcharge spell. So if you have Overcharge spell, you should run it with that. But for my testing, if you don't have Overcharge spell, Snowman spell will be the next best option, and you can try that. Sonja bonded to Odie and Elsa. Reinier position swapping Elsa and Coco in the front. With the charms ideal on Odie, Reinier, and then Sonja. Now, Elsa charms, don't really worry about them because she's only useful for the Orson boss, and who knows even for how long she's going to be useful. But this is a good team, and it's kind of budget. It isn't fully because it has Reinier at Mythic Plus, but apart from that, it is going to be pretty free-to-play friendly. And so I think we should include this. But run the Overcharge spell if you have it. You might get a little bit of a score boost compared to Snowman. Otherwise, run Snowman. Basically, the replacements for Overcharge, Snowman, Star Shard, those are the top two in my opinion. Harmonic can work if your team's always topped off on health. But the thing is, in this boss, he does a lot of damage to you. And so, like, you're not always going to be above 50% health. And also, the defensive stats of the Snowman is helpful to keeping you alive. So yeah. Yeah, like, look at Coco there. Coco's almost dead. Like, probably if we were not running Snowman spell, Coco would end up being dead. And then, actually, Coco does end up being dead in the follow-up attack. Yeah, and like, look at the team. Odie is below 50% health. So Harmonic is not a good option, at least for today's boss. Okay, there we have 37.4%. Okay. And now moving on to another team option. Wait, I think there was one Harmonic. Yeah, there was. So, I think this is the same team. But I tried it exactly with Snowman versus Harmonic, and it ended up doing better with Snowman for me compared to Harmonic. As you can see, maybe it was RNG, but it did quite a lot better with Snowman. So I would recommend that if I had to give a recommendation. Okay, now apart from that, we have some other team options over here. we have basically a Lenya team, and it did fine. It did the best with Star Shard if you're not running Overcharge. Otherwise, you can run it with Overcharge. But it also has Sinbad, so I don't know how many people would be able to pull off this team. But if you have these heroes, this is an option. Reinier Mythic Plus, you have Sinbad, Mikola, Kruger, and overall, it has a lot of like synergy, physical attackers. Lenya has some basically some stunning capability in her kit, which is going to reduce the Fury stack of the boss, and Kruger has the physical defense debuff, so that is a good team that you can run. Otherwise, you can just run any of the other teams that we mentioned. We basically covered all of them. I hope this is helpful for you guys. Hopefully you can get a top score. If there are any major updates, then I will share them with you guys as the day goes on. But hopefully from the team options we've shared, you should be able to put together a pretty good ranking score. And just watch out in case I upload another video of updated teams later on in the day. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this is helpful. Good luck getting a top score. If you want to talk to me more, you can join our AFK Journey Discord server. We have over 2,100 members and is really active, and I respond frequently over there, so feel free to join that. I look forward to seeing you guys there or in the next video, and until the next video, guys, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.